Senor President, all the heads of state and government here, as my friend John said, all protocols observed. But especially welcome to the private sector. You're why we're here today. Thank you for being here. I'll say it's wonderful to be home, because I always feel at home in Angola. I first came here 25 years ago, and I have to say, Angola has changed a lot in 25 years. When we sit here and have this summit, after some 28 years of the Corporate Council on Africa, big thanks Flory, John, think of the difference in Angola from 25 years ago to today, and see that you're on a trajectory that is just astonishing. Sometimes we dwell too much on the negative, and we need to recognize the positive. When you look at what Angola has done over 25 years, when you look at what Angola has done over the last couple of years, it's astonishing. And that mirrors everything that's happening on the continent today. Africa is not the same place it was 25 years ago. And that's why this conference, this summit, has evolved over the 28 years we've been doing this. And that's why our relationships evolve over the 25 years that we've been doing this. When we met many of us met in Abidjan at the CEO Forum last month, and we unveiled a new commercial strategy for the United States government. And we did that because the world has changed, the United States has changed, markets have changed. The economies are vastly different today than they were 25 years ago. And we felt that we needed to have those kinds of changes in our US government activities. So let me just quick run down. The first thing we did was a complete new emphasis on commercial diplomacy. Our embassies, I'm talking to you, private sector, our embassies work for you. We have changed the incentive structure. This is their primary goal, and this is what we judge our ambassadors on how well they support you. And to our heads of state and government here today, if our ambassadors are not bringing business deals and commercial opportunity and sustainable economic growth to you, ask them why they're not, because they should be. They should be with you, offering opportunities every day. The second thing is to look at the overall kinds of market reform. What do businesses need to survive? And you know who we ask about that? We ask AmChams, American Chambers of Commerce. We ask the private sector, what do you need? And the fantastic thing is, every government I've worked with across the African continent also wants to have a better business environment. If it were easy, it would have happened yesterday. But it's hard, so we're doing it tomorrow. But we work with the private sector, we work with the AmChams on this to make this happen. This is a real, true partnership. Third, we need massive investments in infrastructure. That's targets of opportunity. And when we say infrastructure, people normally like to think, okay, sure, railroads, maybe some power grids. Let's not forget digital. You cannot participate effectively in the modern economy without a safe and reliable digital architecture in your countries. And all the people who do these for all forms of infrastructure and for the equity that finances it are here in this place today. We'll be engaging throughout this conference, but also every day and in every country in Africa going forward. The next are trade missions. We came today, this one's easy. We brought on, there's almost 1,000 business people here today. But all of our official travel in Africa, we will be carrying business leaders with us everywhere we go because this is a priority. Next, I don't have to convince the people in this room. You're already here. But we've got 300,000 business-ready American businesses who aren't doing business in Africa. That's my job. We have to find them. We have to make sure they understand what's available here and bring them to the market as well. And last, it's awfully easy. I spend a lot of time talking to my host government counterparts about the things they ought to do. And I talk to all of you business people about all the things that you ought to do. But you know, we have some work to do as well. And we have some homework to do. And that is, we need to make the US government institutions faster, more nimble, more aggressive. And that's why we have with us, we have the Development Finance Corporation, we have the Exim Bank, we have the Trade and Development Agency, we have the Department of Commerce. All of these entities work together now. And when I have, and many of you know, when you've had delegations coming to Washington, when you come to my office, I have DFC, Exim, and Commerce there with me, because you should hear us all with one voice. We should all hear you with one set of ears. We do this. We have to work together on this. One of the reasons I'm so excited about the opportunities is because I believe the American way of doing business is incredibly useful for Africa. We are focused on the latest technology, the latest innovation. We invest in our workforces. We provide value over a life cycle. I always like to say that the General Electric Wabtec locomotives, 95% of all the locomotives ever built are still operating today, even the ones that are 60, 70 years old. Because when you buy one, you buy for life. We have these opportunities, these kinds of investments. When you go look at an American company, you don't find Americans working on the shop floor. You find locals. But it's not just there. You find the technicians, the financiers, the accountants. You go into the boardrooms and you find locals there, because investing in the human capital is a fundamentally American way of doing business. How many Africans in this room are working for American companies, are leading American companies? Because that's how we do business, and that's what is valuable for being here. What I see are African governments, private sector, and the US government working together. And that's where we are. We have a common trajectory, we have a common goal, and we are working together. Somos juntos. Nous sommes ensemble. We are together. And this is a tremendous opportunity today. We're going to be doing deals this week, but we're also going to be giving rise to deals that we'll be doing for the next couple of years.